Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Stickland. There's currently an open internal investigation into Minot's Mayor Tom Ross. Although it's unconfirmed as to exactly what this investigation pertains to, a special city council is scheduled for today, that's Tuesday, to report those findings. However, we do know that this investigation began back on January 28th. According to state law in North Dakota, records relating to internal investigations of misconduct are generally exempt from the public until the investigation is complete or for 75 days, whichever comes first. Now, those 75 days expire on Sunday, April 13th. We also know the investigation has to do with text messages from Mayor Ross. KX News currently has an open records request to the Minot City Clerk to obtain Ross's text messages from the last 90 days. The special city council meeting's agenda set to take place again later this evening at 4 o'clock shows there will be presentations and a discussion on findings and recommendations of the Tom Ross internal investigation final report, as well as discussions of potential next steps. Ross was elected mayor in June of 2022 with his term set to expire in 2026. However, depending on those findings of the investigation, if Ross resigns as mayor or is removed, a slew of things could happen. The city council president, Mark Janser, could step in as acting mayor. Then a special election would need to be set to select a new mayor who would then finish out Ross's term. The meeting will be live streamed through the city of Minot, and KX News will be there for any follow-up questions. Late last year, Ian Kramer was sentenced to 28 years in prison for the death of a Mercer County deputy and 8 other charges. On Monday, he was sentenced in a Burleigh County courthouse for additional charges stemming from that incident. They include theft, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment. As we previously reported, Senator Kevin Kramer's son Ian Kramer had stolen his mother's SUV in Bismarck on December 6, 2023. His mother was taking him to the Sanford ER after he stopped taking his antipsychotic medication. But when she parked the vehicle and got out, Kramer slid into the driver's seat and took off, smashing the bay door at the hospital. Police saying he nearly missed out hitting a woman who had walked by. According to the affidavit, Kramer rammed the bay doors open at the hospital when he drove off. Kramer then sped west where police and deputies tried stopping him in Hazen. That's when Kramer struck the vehicle of Mercer County Deputy Paul Martin, killing him. He was sentenced to an additional 10 years for theft and 10 years for criminal mischief, with all 20 years suspended. He will be on probation for 3 years. All right, with the rise of fentanyl across North Dakota, deputies with the Ward County Sheriff's Department are taking extra precautions when it comes to handling narcotics. According to the North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services, 403 people have died in the last 5 years from fentanyl overdoses. However, with the increase in drugs being found at traffic stops, deputies are taking extra precautions like wearing gloves, bagging any drugs that are found right away. Drugs like fentanyl are triple bagged due to the high potency of the drug, but these aren't the only precautions they're taking.
We all carry Narcan with us in case there is an accidental exposure to us, so we do have to be careful about that as well.
In the past 25 years, opioids have claimed the lives of more than 800,000 people across the U.S. To talk to a peer support specialist from HHS for help, you can call the number right there on your screen. Here's Andre with a quick check of your forecast.
Well, thank you so much, Chance. And the snow is continuing to fall here in Harvey at this time. Looking at our current KX cam, that snow is really covering up the roadways and on top of the buildings right now. And temperatures are at 27 degrees and the winds are out of the east southeast at 16 miles per hour with the combination of the wind and also the snow. That's allowing those visibilities to be at 1 mile. And here at Lake Metagoshi, we're also seeing some of that snowfall too. And temperatures are at 25 degrees and the visibility is at 2 miles. Now we are continuing to see that snowfall stretch all the way from south of Bismarck all the way north of Minot and even pointing its way towards the east. And this banding is just going to continue to increase for our eastern counties throughout the day today. Let's look a little deeper here. Looking here in Harvey, we're seeing that snowfall along there in Rugby and there in Bottineau, and Garrison is picking up a little bit on that snowfall too, and also here in Bismarck we're seeing a changeover from the wintry mix into that all snow category, and that's going to continue throughout the day today. And our visibility is looking quite rough in our eastern counties, including there in Harvey and in Bottineau and also in Mohall. So make sure that you're taking it slow and steady this morning in those areas, and the roads are looking quite treacherous in these areas too. So that is a reminder to slow down and also take your time when traveling. And our winds are out of the south and east at 5 to 15 to near 20 20 miles per hour, and that's going to provide us with a little bit of the hazardous conditions as our area low pressure continues to strengthen. That is to our south, and it's going to continue to move its way towards the north and east, allowing for some organization to occur throughout the day, and then we will continue to see it move its way towards the north and east and allow for us to see that snowfall through our Wednesday, and then we'll see things calm on down by the time we get into our Thursday. We do have that winter weather advisory remaining in effect until 7 p.m. on Wednesday, and this includes Bismarck and Harvey, and this is where the greatest confidence of that snowfall will occur, and we will continue to see the snowfall lasting at 10 o'clock for our Tuesday, and going into 6 o'clock on Tuesday, we're just going to continue to see the central and eastern side of the state continue to see that pivoting of snowfall, and that's going to continue into our 3 o'clock hour here on Wednesday morning and at 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. So it's just going to be quite a duration event. And once we get into the evening on Wednesday, that is where those conditions will start to improve. Now, the amount of snowfall we're expecting will be around 3 to 5 inches here in the capital city. But once we get into the southeastern portion of the state, 5 to 10 inches is quite possible. And we could even see 3 to 6 inches in our north and eastern areas. And our highs for today will mainly be in the 30s. So it's going to be rather chilly today, folks, but once we get into tonight, temperatures will drop on down into the 20s, so it's going to be a cool night too. And once we get into Williston, we will continue to see those temperatures remain on the cool side through our Friday, with maybe another chance of snow for Friday. And then once we get into Saturday, temperatures will then increase back up into the 50s. Now for Dickinson, the chilly temperatures will continue through our Friday, but however, once we get into our Saturday, we will see those temperatures increase back up into the 50s with mainly sunny skies. Now for Minot, we will continue to be on the chilly train through our Friday, but once we get into our Saturday and Sunday, that's where those temperatures will increase back into the 40s with much more sunshine as well. And that same thing goes for Bismarck too. So Chance, we're going to be watching this snowfall really closely throughout the day.
Sounds good. All right, for everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Sticklin. Have a great day.